When I saw the Happy Value cotton advertised in the Joann's flyer for $2 a yard, regular price, I wanted to go get my hands on some because that sounds too good to be true. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle. I am not a fabric snob. Most of my fabric comes from thrift stores, estate sales. It is not the high end quilt shop quality cotton, although I do love working with high end cottons. This, according to the end of the bolt, is 100% cotton. It is very, very thin. It is a very, very low thread count. Low thread count is not always a sign that fabric isn't worth stitching with. The actual quilt store quality cotton is a low thread count compared to high end sheets. But if you see a lot of sizing and you see really big threads, it's a sign to slow down and look carefully and think about whether this is something you want to use or not. And I wanted to buy some and take it home and wash it up and see what would happen. So I ignored my better judgment. I bought a couple of half yard cuts and a couple of full yards of the gingham because I thought I might use that to play with some chicken scratch embroidery. I mean, at $2 a yard, how far wrong can you possibly go? It comes in bright primary colors. There was a surprisingly large selection at the second store I went to. But my first reaction when I touched this stuff was honestly ick. It has so much sizing in it. Lots of times you will get a fabric that has way too much sizing in it and it's stiff. This was almost sticky to the touch. I forgot to put a color catcher in the washer. I wanted to see if it bled, and somehow that totally slipped my mind. I was distracted because I was over at the coast making all of those quilts. So I can't tell you whether or not it bleeds. I can tell you it frays like crazy. I am honestly not sure what I would use this for. I thought I was going to make a little bag or something, but I'm just not that enthused about the texture of it. It's better after it's been through the washer and dryer, but it's still not great. Maybe doll clothes. I don't see myself using it for curtains or hot pads or aprons, or what do you do with crafting fabric? I do everything with previously owned quilting fabric, so this concept is kind of confusing me a bit. I definitely don't think I would give this to a kid to use for crafts because I think it would be very frustrating to work with. If you have some plans for this stuff, please let me know. I'm curious. If I do wind up sewing with it, I will post another video and let you know how that worked out. And in general, I'm just happy that they're coming up with more affordable options. I think this one is a bit of a miss. Dollar Tree's cotton squares are surprisingly good quality. They do work up to double the price of this if you do the math, but there are still affordable options out there, and that is not a bad thing at all. Thanks for watching. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle, and I will be back with more videos for you soon.